students. My name is Miss Vital and I teach kinder and first bilingual. Today you're going to be learning about fractions and we're going to do the vocabulary and that way you can know what's fractions. Fractions is two-dimensional figures that can be partitioned into fair chairs. Then equal parts is the same size. Equal parts. Then partition to break it into equal pieces or parts. Decompose to separate them to equal parts is decompose. Compose is to put it together. The whole is the whole piece. Halves, two equal sizes. And four equal sizes. And the first thing that I want for you to listen is the whole. What is a whole? This is the whole apple. Is the whole apple. Is one apple, right? This is the whole apple. Then I have chocolate abuelita, and it's the whole chocolate abuelita. And then I have the whole, is a hot dog bread. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the apple, is the whole apple, and I'm gonna cut it in two, in halves. The word halves. This is the whole, and I'm gonna cut it in halves. Okay, halves. This is the whole. We're gonna compose and decompose. This is halves. Compose, put it together, and decompose. Separate them, okay? Now I'm gonna cut it in 4 pieces. That means that it's gonna be fours. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 is fours. This is 1/4. But remember, they need to be equal parts. And I'm gonna decompose. I'm gonna separate them 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then compose. Put it together. And this is, remember, is fours. This is 1/4. Okay? And then I have the whole chocolate abuelita. Chocolate. And then I'm gonna cut it in halves. Look at this. 1, 2, 2. Then I'm gonna cut it in fours. This is fours. 4 equal parts. Let's compose. 1, 2. Let's put it together. 3 and 4. 4, and they're equal parts. they're the same size. If you see it, they're the same size. Okay? Okay, and then I have a whole hot dog. Imagine that I have a friend that is coming to my house and I just have one. How can I share? To be fair, so I can cut it in 2 pieces and halves. I can cut it in halves, right? 2 pieces. Okay. Or if I have, this is a whole cookie, and if I have, if I just have one, and I have a friend, and I want to share, I can share half, right? I can share half. Okay. Look over here. This is fractions. This is the whole. Is the whole piece, remember. And these are examples of fractions, and these are not examples. Remember, the word equal parts, they need to be equal. They need to be equal parts. They need to be the same size. And decompose. Decompose, it means that we can just break it apart. Okay? But I still have 4 right here. Let's compose. Put it together. Okay? 1, 2, 3. And 4. It went down here, but we put it together. Like right here, if I wanted to compose, I put it together. If I wanted to decompose, I separate them. And they need to be, remember, equal parts. Like this is non-example. You know, the non-example. Why these are not example? Because this one is bigger than this one. They're not equal parts. Over here, we have equal parts. Let me show you. We have equal parts. And then we decompose, separate them, and then compose. Put it back together. Okay, I have halves over here, and then I have 4s right here. Over here, I have halves, and then I have 4s. Okay, and this is not examples because this one, this part is smaller than this one. Okay, this one is smaller, and they're not equal parts. Okay, so one of the words was partition. Partition. And partition is to break into equal parts. Remember that word? And then I have this rectangle right here, and is break into 2 equal pieces. So let's review the words. Okay? Okay. Fractions is the first word. Fractions. Compose, put it together. Partition, to break it into equal parts. Decompose, to separate them into equal parts. Equal parts, they need to be the same size. The whole is the whole piece, remember. Like the apple, the whole apple. Okay? And halves. I have halves right here. Halves. Is breaking into 2 halves. And then the word fours is the break into 4 equal parts. Let me show you again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? So I hope that you like the video for fractions. And I'm gonna ask you to draw like 4 squares or 4 circles and cut them in different ways. How can you cut them in different ways? How can you do halves? How can you do fours? Okay, so I want for you to draw some squares, like 3 squares, and cut them in halves in different ways, and then draw 2 circles and cut them in different ways in halves too, and then draw 3 rectangles and then cut them in fours in different ways. And I know that you can do it, okay? Thank you. Bye, guys.